So welcome back to my office. Hey, I'm getting ready to go on a business trip. I'm gonna take you guys on the ride with me and we're gonna have a conversation about wealth mindset. Cool? Let's go. What's going on, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Hey, this is the Harness Wealth channel and thank you for joining me today. The wealth mindset versus not having a wealth mindset. That's what our conversation is about today. Listening to the audiobook that I've been listening to mainly has been with Will, right? So for those of you who have not checked it out yet, I highly recommend you check it out. Check out Will by Will Smith. So it talks about the first type of person is that person who essentially knows what they want, but don't know how to get it. Second person is that person who doesn't know what they want. So it begins to talk about clarity of mission. When I think about the people that have the wealth mindset, they essentially fit into that first bucket of person, but they actually know what they want, right? But then they also know how to get it. Hey guys, be sure to hit the thumbs up if you found value in this content. Also, subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I get ready to post new content. And lastly, share this video with someone that you feel that can benefit from the information. Cool? All right, let's get it. All right, guys. In full transparency, your boy has to go on this trip and I have not started packing yet. But first things first, let's roll to the gym. And as I get dressed for the gym, I like to have all the particulars. The Nike moisture wicking top, my shorts. Those are my favorite Lululemon shorts. Comfortable and great for training. My Nike performance socks. And of course, my headband, because your boy is about to get ready to work in the gym. So guys, I'm just gonna jump on here before I roll into the gym. So not too long ago, I had a chance to go to a conference, and the discussion at the conference, one of the main parts of the discussion was the fact that there are so many people in this world who basically they don't live by something called a menu mentality, meaning when they get ready to go out to eat, they don't essentially all the time have to look at a menu. They just get what they want. They don't look at the price. They don't look at how much something costs. If they're getting ready to buy a car or a big purchase, a lot of times they just say, give me everything. So I mention this because I think is one place that a lot of people probably haven't got to in their mindset. And no shade to anybody who's not there. I tend to have these conversations because I think it's important to make people aware that at the end of the day, there are some people who essentially don't have to look at a price. So another thing I feel like is very key and very important is that there are no losses, essentially just lessons. You know, the other day, and if you look behind me, and it's sunny right now, right? I'm in Houston. And I think about the other day, you know, it was a bad day. The weather was terrible, right? It was early part of the day. It was stormy. It was the worst. Like the end part of the morning, like everything dried up. It got super sunny and everything got much better. It was like it was never a storm at all, right? And so I mention that because there's a parallel to wealthy people. A lot of wealthy people, when they have something bad that happened, they don't sit down and sulk and focus on that bad thing that happened. They're back on their grind. They're back trying to get it. And with that being said, they don't think about it as being a loss or as being a fail. It's looked at as, this is a lesson. What did I learn from this? How can I move forward? Another place I feel is quite interesting is the fact that a lot of times when you look at those who are doing very well, they tend to consume much less, but create much, much more. These people who are doing very well, making a ton of money, they tend to have a lot of intellectual capital. And instead of just sitting on the intellectual capital or being stagnant with the intellectual capital, they tend to find ways to plug in to different opportunities, whether it be entrepreneurial, whether it be a side hustle, whether it be really just flexing that creative muscle, getting the opportunity to be able to create. Here you broaden your chances and you greater your chances for being successful financially. Because if you're sitting down and you're very talented and you're just being stagnant and just focusing on just one thing specifically and not kind of broadening your horizons and greatering your opportunity, you essentially don't get a chance to plug in to those greater opportunities for you to make more money and be more successful and be more wealthy. Also, I feel that it's very, very important to diversify your revenue streams. And for those of you who are not super finance savvy, a revenue stream is essentially you go to work, you get paid, right? That's revenue. Now we're thinking of ways for you to get more streams of money coming in. So with that being said, this is where we get to kind of piggybacking off of what I just talked about, creating, right? But finding ways to diversify that. If you're someone who's, let's say, a painter or a carpenter, if the only way that you get money is from physically painting, sometimes it's then time to get more creative about how you can make money with painting. Maybe you create a digital course where you teach people how to paint. Or maybe you develop, say, a sort of paint that is allow your walls to shine brighter or have a great metallic kind of look or whatever it is, right? Here's where I'm kind of helping you to think about some of the things that I've learned over the course of my time just working in industry and working with creatives and also consulting. People who are wealthy always look to diversify the way that they do things so that they can have more revenue coming in or more time or more resources. So another place that's very underrated that these wealthy people, they focus on is they spend a lot more time protecting their money. So it's one thing to make money, right? But in terms of protecting it, that's a whole different level of being savvy about your money. And when I say protected, I'm not talking about putting it in someplace and locking it up, right? I'm talking about the opportunity to work with other professionals to either help you make good on your investments, reduce your risk, increase the amount of money that you make for whatever it is that you're making money on. Lawyers, attorneys, procurement people, strategists, people that know the industry, they know the process, they know exactly what's most important and what is, I would say, mandatory for you to protect what it is that you make or what it is that you're getting ready to make from a revenue or a money perspective. Also, I think it's important to mention that these people tend to focus on assets. So they're looking at ways, again, protecting their money. If they have a ton of money that's coming in, they're putting money into assets, other ways that they can make money, other investment vehicles, right? Those investments and opportunities for their money to make money for them.